I tell
does,
you, he
man.
really does, man.
He's got
I
an
love.
eye
He's
for
got an eye for
photography.
pictures and stuff. All right, there we go. I think we are live. Let me refresh this for a minute. Make sure we are good. Come on, there we go. All right, and we are live. Good morning, everybody. Happy Memorial Day to all of you. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I was on the wrong channel. Hello, Laura. How
Hey,
are you?
Laura.
Nice to see you today. Oh, crashed out, but in a good way. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Came back last night, just
Tired.
just friggin' exhausted. We are live. Here we are. Hi, Peachy Pie. Let me say hi to Cheryl. Golden State. Good morning to you, Cupcake. I hope everything is on the upswing your way. Cinnamon, hot, hot, hot. Good to see you. The seeds are coming in, honey. More and more. Kiwana, hello, honey. Sorry about that. I was on the wrong channel. Let me just start today by welcoming Dee in here. Today is Freedom Day for him and Missy Jen, so they'll actually meet. They'll actually meet. The quarantining is over here, so that's a good thing. But most importantly, hi Jen, Charlotte, Jessica. The most important thing, of course, it's Memorial Day today.
Yes.
It's a day that we remember those who, as Abraham Lincoln said, gave the final measure of their full devotion by giving up their lives for their country. And I always associate that with a lot of sadness because, of course, it's young people that fight the wars and it's young
Yep.
people that die. It's rarely the generals that go down.
Yeah.
At the end of the Civil War, generals very seldom saw. You think of the Civil War with generals leading at the front of the line. Those days are long gone. So it is a solemn day too. And I am grateful for one of the scores and scores and, uh, almost 1 million people, I think, in the course of this nation have died. So I'm very appreciative of that and very thoughtful of that on Memorial Day. So it's going to be hot here today. Hi, Goldie Khan. How are you? If I missed anybody, Naisha J, nice to see you. If I miss anybody, I apologize. Joey D, good morning to you. I
Hello,
think I'll
everybody.
always think about Joey D racking bombs under plane wings and stuff, and the risk of that. You don't want to have Butterfingers doing
No,
that.
no.
Doing that. Doing that job. So I'm happy to see everybody today. It's a day we associate with the unofficial kickoff of summer. But it's also a day that we remember, hopefully, those who have died. And normally, if I am on the road, I always make a stop at a national cemetery to go through. And just riding through, seeing all the headstones and the uniformity of all of the headstones really drives home. And you start to look at some of the grave markers and
The
how young
flags.
how young the men and women are that that passed.
Hey,
Hello,
Charla.
Tom. Finland finally got notification. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Cupcake, much love. One of my favorite people on YouTube. So covering that, very, very, very important. So, Dee, welcome to you again. You can go ahead and have some of your. I know he's eyeing that lemon bar. So, yeah, so today's the last day. We can. Today's the last day we can enjoy the lemon bar. So he's
Well,
like,
they're
I
almost
said
gone.
I have to throw him out. He's like, no,
Don't do that.
don't do that. Hey AJ, how are you? But it was a monkey boy. What's up?
Cupcakes out of ICU.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great news. What are y'all barbecuing today? I'm not going to be doing any barbecue today. As D, hi Pizza Kitty. I like D, Johnny West. How you doing? Have a lot of editing to do. I shot over 300 clips yesterday, and I did not go live because that allowed me to focus on capturing what I hopefully will be a real nice travel log with, of course, the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we went to the Palace of Fine Arts, which is
Oh, that was beautiful.
spectacular. With the
Beautiful.
lake, with the with the big buildings from 1915, and then we moved on to, I think we went down to Lombard Street, which is the crookedest street in the world. Did I lie about that street?
No.
And from there, we went into Chinatown and we spent a good 2 hours. I actually found these, like, man, I've got to get something. I just don't. We found one place. He's like, I didn't come here for Americanized, Chinese-ized American food. I need to have.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that in Chinatown. Like chicken fingers and French fries. I'm like,
How you doing?
I don't want that.
How you doing, Brad? Good to see you. Yeah,
I come to Chinatown for Chinese food.
yeah, it's nice, Brad. I live in his head 24/7, which is really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But I mean, both Dee and I have moved beyond. How do you want to leave your mark on YouTube? Well, I made the decision that it's going to be more and more travel logs and things like that, because that's the content that YouTube promotes. It's also a better content to build your channel.
Tom, we didn't go live.
Yeah, did not go live. Did not go live yesterday. Hello, Daisy. Hey, Lovable Rogue. Good morning, Jasmine. Nice to see you. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Hi, G.
Hey, Jasmine.
You're like, no way I'm going to eat that food. And we finally found one guy that had his barbecue chicken and his barbecue pork hanging in those windows. Typical China.
Yeah, the duck and everything.
Duck and all that. We had some of that.
But he didn't have any side dishes, no rice.
Well, I
It was
didn't even
just
ask
the
about it.
protein.
We just got the protein. I mean, we needed that. And then from Chinatown, I think that we went on to, I believe that I went over to the Embarcadero, which gives you the view at the Bay Bridge that connects Oakland and San Francisco, and that was nice there. I got some video inside of there.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the beer ripoff that.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
from
that
there,
really upset you too.
yeah, that's the thing that made me mad. You know how cheap I am, guys. Yeah, well, they don't like it when I say cheap, thrifty and economical that I am. Did you get the Exploratorium? No, we did not get up to the Exploratorium, just on the exteriors. Hello, Beryl. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. So, from the Embarcadero, we went to Eddy Street, which is like the Tenderloin area. I wanted to see, and they had cleared a lot of people off of there. Because before, the sidewalks were just solid tents all the way out to the street. And the merchants literally could not function anymore in that environment, because nobody could get into their stores. And you don't want to risk a confrontation, but yet you're a prisoner in your own business during pandemic times, which is difficult enough. So they opened up a big space between City Hall. They have a plaza, and they put a ton of, hi Scottish, how are you?
Hey,
Hi
Scottish.
Ilva. They put a big tent city down there. And then from there, I believe we went over to Twin Peaks,
Yes.
which is, I wanted to give you that spectacular finish, but the police stopped us, of course, from going up to the very peak, but we were still able to get that dramatic view that I left as a thumbnail last night. And I think you'll agree that's one of the most...
That is the most beautiful, like, skyline view I've ever seen personally, ever. It was just wonderful.
No, Sean, but we heard the parrots. I was telling Dee that there's a lot of parrots that live in wild parrots in San Francisco that live in the parks. We also went by St. Peter and Paul Church, and they had the open plaza.
Yeah.
With some attempted social distancing. They had the circles.
The circles.
Yeah, and there was a band playing there, and I could tell that the mood was kind of lifting.
Yeah, it was great.
What was unusual was this was all locals. Everything yesterday was local.
Right.
Tourists aren't coming.
Even Chinatown, like
Chinatown was even more, do I want to say, depressing?
Yeah, it was. It really
depressing.
was. It's really depressing when you see boarded, nothing but shops and restaurants all closed, graffiti written on everything. Like, it's sad.
Hi, Katie. How are you, sweetie? And it gave us a chance to get some good video, because in some ways it makes Chinatown more interesting. But
Yeah.
there's a death struggle going on down there. So yesterday was unusual. It was the first time I've toured San Francisco. I did a live stream on the Rosie Murphy channel 6 weeks ago, but it was highly unusual that there were no tourists around. There were some professional, what would you say, videographers?
Yeah,
Some
there's a
people
lot of
around.
those.
Yeah, and they had some
Some really good
quite
equipment.
the quite the gear out there. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do that. So the end result of all that was coming back being very tired. We just stopped at Burger King and picked up something for Missy Jen and myself, and Dee got something for himself. And after a half hour after eating, I was like, Dee's like, stick a fork in me, man. I am done.
Going to bed.
Going to bed. So I just crashed out. Travel's very exhausting. When you say
Well,
going
10
around
hours of filming.
10 hours and getting in and out. Okay, Anna. I hope that your recovery goes well. Anna says she was in the hospital, been away almost 2 months. No problem, Cheryl. No problem at all. Um, some of your any observations on uh, yesterday? In some ways, it was better because
I
uh,
went to places. I've been to San Francisco about 2 or 3 times. And you actually, besides the Golden Gate Bridge and the pier, everything else is brand new for me. Never seen it, never knew it even existed there. It was just very awesome. I mean, it was beautiful.
I was thinking to myself, do I run to ragged and just go crazy
Hmm.
with going from place to place? And the answer was yes. I run them ragged. I run them ragged. Uh, Seeing all the sites of not all the sites. They had a huge fire out on the pier at North Point there, and they had all of that effectively closed off that area, so you could not go into the piers to do anything
Mm-mm.
on that particular
Just
area.
that one
Hi,
place
Ginger.
we
How are
went to.
you? No, sour bread and clam chowder because a lot of those places are still under lockdown, Golden State, and in addition, they had that massive fire Saturday night into Sunday that turned into I don't know what it was, 100 firefighters on scene and fire boats out there and aerial assaults. Hi, Harvey. How are you? A Chinese chippy opened up and was employing anyone and
Hey,
everything
Harvey.
to deliver. I told my daughter, tell her not to be trusting with strangers. Well, you got to do what you got to do. That's for sure. My observation is it's going to take a while to get the tourism back because this is actually being down there now is really peak tourism season in Memorial Day weekend, and it was pretty much some things were a pain in the butt working our way around the Golden Gate Bridge. They were favoring bicycle
Oh,
traffic and
man.
not walk on traffic. So tons of people
And it'd be
on.
different if the cyclist would be like, hey, I'm on your left, behind you. No, they just want to whiz within an inch by you.
Thank you, Pizza Kitty. Yeah, that fire it was a big one, very concentrated into different, a very concentrated fire there. So,
Ah, yes, Sim and Ha Ha. I done a stream there just like last, what was it, August or something? No, October.
hey, Alabella, how are you? Good to see you. I'm doing good. We're just recounting our day. Yesterday, I know it's Memorial Day. We'll have fewer people around. Some people are actually out doing things on the in life, which is a good thing. Did you drive the Tenderloin? We did drive. I did get some video of the Tenderloin. I'm not sure if I'm going to incorporate that into my travel log because it's not a place that tourists would generally go to, Eddy Street and around those particular areas. I may make that a pop out video. I may not because it's not what it was when um, Mr. Z was there. somebody's empty trailer pulling along. Not what it's like when Mr. Z was there, and it was certainly not like I was when I was there driving through 6 weeks ago when I took you guys down to San Francisco. They've moved a lot of people to the plaza at City Hall in San Francisco, and that seems to be circles are the big things for getting people onto
Yeah.
social distancing on circles. Hell, a lot of never asked my daughter for credentials. Well, it is what it was. Yeah, it's a rough hood. Dee said, no, I wouldn't walk around. I wouldn't walk around down here in the Tenderloin. No way that you.
Nah, we was driving through. I'm like, wow, Mr. Z's got bigger cojones than me because
Well, that's
I wouldn't be doing this.
no. You know what? You know what it is. It's called being stupid.
Oh.
Okay, okay, and I own that. I was stupid as hell. You know, Bobby's like, hey, you got to check out the Tenderloin, but Bobby never said park your car in a garage, get out on foot, and walk through the Tenderloin, and make sure your selfie stick with the cameras extended, and you're walking down the street, and it's like. No, I don't think that's what Bobby had in mind, but that's what I have in mind.
Hey,
And
Yasmin.
that's what I subjected. Hi, Yasmin. How you doing, beautiful? Castro Street. We did not get over to the Castro district. I want. Hey, Anderson. Thank you very much. Says I'm doing a hell of a job as president of Boyd, and I've been vacant in office. Then I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything in Boyd. I've been absent, AWOL, without.
We don't really. I don't consider myself boy. You don't consider yourself.
Well,
boy.
I do. I mean, if you were there in 2015, you'll always be marked with the imperature of being OG boy. And I have tons of friends down here. It's just that my paths diverge from panel chat, sort of moves you away from the heart of the boy and moves you more into. When I retired, I had a dream of traveling. I didn't
Yeah.
have a dream of doing live streams all the time, and that's what I have transitioned. That's what I've been transitioned. Yeah, I believe it's going to open soon. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It's going to be 100 degrees here this week, so we'll have to get the blow up pool. Mr. Z sent me a whole portable pool
Mm-hmm.
in a package over there. Hello, Kevin. Good to see you. Take D to Baker Beach. You won't be just all the arches burning. DZ, we went by Baker Beach when we left the Golden Gate Bridge. Traffic was it was heavy. Right, gone along when we were snaking along that road, trying to make our way over to over to the Palace of Fine Art, and we got behind the beach traffic, people with coolers and things that were heading out to the beach and things like that. Called Saints of Washington Heights. No, I didn't see that. Cinnamon hot, hot, hot. Yeah, D is already itching.
Yeah, I got dry skin. I got sunburned really bad on my arms.
No,
my
let me
face.
tell you, Brad Silver Dog. Ain't never been a bug around here, and there ain't never will be any kind of bug around here. Hygiene is always top of mind. It's one reason I can bum it on the road now and do a little, what would you call it, 22-ounce water shower, and take a bottle of water and do a little tinkle shower out there. But no way I'm gonna be doing that, especially when it's getting hot. Hi, Raquel. Yeah, it's going to be a hot tamale, but I don't mind hot weather. Yeah, I'm the OG of OGs. That's right. Yeah, let's see your eyelashes. Make sure you don't have any eye mice. Brad Silverdog just graduated to medical advisor for the for the Boyd now. So, but I'm surprised he's still got a tremendous amount of heart for for the BS that goes on. Brad's putting it out there, man. You're a human being. And I care about you. The beach is crowded now. We shall see. Down there. Yeah, that it's all the trucker betting and all that crap. 108 coming to Vegas. We've done that before, Monkey Boy. We've done 108 down in Yuma, and they'll tell you it's a dry heat.
Okay. We've done 108 in Vegas.
Yeah, we did 108 and been out walking and chooching along, and it's. My big risk is always hydration, and I have to get that. Katie did sent me a wonderful package of material to use on choo-choos. Hey Huck, how you doing? Cinnamon says I love hot weather. I'm all for global warming. Well, how
Me
hot?
too.
Where do you turn the off switch? Right, that's the problem with global always global warming. Global always. Thank you, sweet crazy. So I did 121 here. That'd be a little crispy, monkey boy. You're less than 100 degrees from boiling. So R.C. Robertson. Okay, sweet crazy says Rosie. If you ever get to Lachlan or Bullhead City, my parents have a house in Bullhead. Yeah, I want to get down to Lachlan down there because it's kind of a laid back Vegas. It's like a smaller version of Vegas, and you have Lake on the Colorado River there. It's a big biker mecca too for bikers. That's why a few years ago they had to shoot them up in the casino with bikers gone wild, gone wild down there. Way hot. As long as I have a pool I can dip into and pull into the shade, then it is then it's okay. So I think
I've
we
done
got
120 in Dallas before with humidity.
yeah.
Now that's worse.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, growing up in Baltimore as I did, I'm no stranger to heat and humidity, and of course, spending 5 years in southern Asia with the tropics, the tropical, and you talk about
Yeah.
take your breath. You can't even catch your breath when you walk out the door, and you're wearing wool suits in the British tradition.
Ugh.
I walked in the first couple of days. Of course, Canada is a branch office of the UK, and my boss was Canadian. And I'm like, do y'all ever have a dress down? Dress down Fridays or something was a new thing at that time. Yeah, I said, y'all ever have dress down offices? He's like, what office days? He's like, no, we don't. What does that mean? It means a day when you come in casual. He's like, are you kidding me? Like, I better see you in a fine tailored wool, worsted wool suit
No.
every day in here. I don't care what you do when you leave the building, but man, when you're out and about, it's stiff upper lip British on doing that.
Dollar
Uh,
sixty. I wish it was $1.60 here in California.
yeah. DZ says Lachlan's beautiful. We have a casino there, the Lachlan River Lodge. Unfortunately, they have closed the Colorado Bell, which was a six-story riverboat that they had built.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. Yeah. I've been to Maine before, Pizza Kitty. I've been all the way up to St. John's, Chamberlain Lake, the Allagash Wilderness Waterway. I loved it up there, but do not go to Maine in June. The bugs are the most vicious. The no-see-ums, the mosquitoes. When I came back from camping and canoeing, uh, without seeing civilization for 2 weeks, I literally looked like I had, we all looked like we had just skin diseases with all the bug bites and things like that. Hey poets, how are you? Bubba Bug said my last new RV, loving it next to the water traveling. I'll bet. So it is going. Yeah, the Colorado Bell is closed for good. So that's it's kind of a shame. That's supposed to be a landmark thing. So travel plan. Both you and I we're getting itchy feet. Okay, we're getting itchy feet now. Las Vegas will be unofficially opening the 4th of hotels, the 4th of June. I expect an initial rush in, and then beyond that, we'll see what happens. What are
I
your
hope the
thoughts on
DMV
Vegas?
opens on the 4th.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the DMV will open, but the plan is kind of start in Reno and make our way down again, like we did last time to Tonopah, and then down to Goldfield down there, and then on to Las Vegas. Because we really just blew through. We just literally drove through. We stopped at Tonopah for a little bit of video
Mm-hmm.
at the Clown Motel,
Yeah, and that cemetery was
and
awesome.
the cemetery. The cemetery did. Hey, poet, thank you. And but we left a lot on the table in that particular visit. So I'd go through. I was like, wow, this is so cool. The Goldfield, the old Mitzpah Hotel, and things. And it was kind of with a little bit of regret that you leave that behind, and then hopefully ending up in Las Vegas, decontent to the things he wants to do. Spend some time in Vegas, and then hopefully I'm going to be pushing on to. Not sure at that point what Dee's plan, but I want to go down to L.A. I want to go to San Diego and do some explorations and
Well, once the
have some fun.
DMV's open, I only have 30 days, 14 to 30 days, depending on which temporary registration they're going to give me
Right.
to ride it to Detroit to get it registered and get the title transferred and all that there in Detroit. So I have to go straight to
Yep.
Detroit, and then after that, I can come back.
Yeah, so he'll have a chance to blow into Detroit, get done what he wants to do. I'll take that opportunity to just probably set up a beach week in San Diego or LA or something like that. Maybe take a short-term rental. Maybe get some people in there that want to do a streaming house. I do have some friends in Los Angeles. Fortunately, Cab TV is one of them who pops onto my stream once in a while, and
Hey, Penny Pincher.
I'd like to meet some of the locals, meet some of the live streamers down there too, which would be good. Yeah, Johnny West says the Goldfield Hotel. Hello, Penny. Same to you, Kevin Levener. Happy Memorial Day.
But I'm only spending the night in Michigan.
Yeah, he.
Not staying.
One of your friends texted you. They went back to Michigan yesterday and said, "I understand why people leave. When they moved to New York,
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I'm never going."
It was my aunt.
Yeah, what did she? I'm
moved to
never
New
going
York.
back.
She was like, "Man, now I see what you're talking about. When you all talk about Michigan," she was like, I love New York. I'm never going back to Michigan again." I'm like, yeah,
that.
don't. It's not worth it.
But I will tell you from a tourism point of view, and
It's
of course,
beautiful.
it's I'm not into these like into he's a UP kind of person up on the the beauty of the UP and the wilderness and places like that. And me, man, I want to ram right into the heart of like Detroit and places like that and set up shop. I love that post-industrial kind of American towns. I miss stopping in Toledo. I miss stopping in Cleveland, Akron, places like that. That wouldn't be of interest to your average tourist,
Pizza.
but would be of tremendous interest for me for videography and cinematography. They're supposed to open on the 26th.
26th of what? May or June?
Yeah, which is it going to be? It's going to hell of a wrench in the works if it's the 26th of June. Good Lord. Michigan has great governor. I love it. Okay, well, your results. Yeah, your
She's
results.
She's a one term because she sucks.
Yeah, your results may vary on the governor of Michigan. She's certainly a well-known person.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, she certainly garnered a lot of the headlines. No, Kylie's not my boyfriend. He's a traveling collaborator on YouTube and a traveling partner.
May. Oh, sweet.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say to go tomorrow. The line will be stretching around the block. Love the American wilderness, one of the beautiful lands on the planet. Well, there's a lot of beauty in Michigan when you go up too.
Yeah, there's a lot of beauty there. It's just.
But I just find
the politics there are horrible.
I just find big cities fascinating, and I'm frankly very scared of the wilderness out there. It's really not my kind of thing. Dee's like, you just need the right setup with the sunset and the cacti and cooking on the open. Okay.
Yeah. I'll stay on
No,
the
that's
urban.
all
You
right.
go ahead and do it. You go ahead.
I'll try it.
Yeah, Tom.
But,
she's horrible.
Yeah, I can't really hate anybody out there, but
you can't have a governor that gets PTSD off a protest. That right there tells you she's no good.
Oh, thank you, Cinnamon Hot Hop. Hopefully, we'll gear up, and then as the summer gives way to fall, to open up more travel to the other parts of the United States to take advantage of the fall season, and eventually get to the East Coast, up to places like New England for the fall leaves and things like that, and then make my way back. So there's a lot of good things to do. See, Kevin said some states are giving an additional 60 days on DMV business. So I would
Yeah, but
imagine
not
Michigan and
not a
places
new
like
title, not
Beauty.
title transferring and all that. They won't,
Oh my goodness,
because you could easily
Beauty.
steal a vehicle, sign a title in your name, and just keep on driving all over the
Yeah,
United
but
States.
they what I think he meant was the extension to the 30 days to register the bike. They may give you 90 days now
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That's I think that's what he meant. Yeah, you'd have a lot of DIY title work.
Mm-hmm. That's what they told me on the phone. Like, I
Good
contacted
morning, Olivia.
Nevada DMV, and I talked to Michigan. They call them Michigan. They call it Secretary of State, but it's just a DMV. But I contacted both of them, and they both said you're pretty much screwed until we open. Like, if you do it, you're breaking the
But
law. I'm like,
I kind of
oh.
have a feeling that they're to forestall a mob scene to say, hey, you have instead of 30 days now, you have 90 days to register a or transfer title on
That'd be nice.
on a vehicle. Thank you, Fish. I'm gonna have a cinema. It's going to be a travel log again. It's not going to be talking in it. They'll be talking at the beginning and the end. But I want to let this is my second variation. I want to let the music and the video do the talking, and then I'll probably have a hybrid in the future of talking and music and cinematic things. Oh, Kevin said just license registration, etc. Okay. I apologize. Yeah, I just yeah, I'm very careful. No problem, Tom Finland. It's just I can't really hate anybody for their politics and their
I don't
own
hate them. I just
particular
hate their
thing.
beliefs.
And it's like I judge by the what the person does a little more than party and things like that. And it's one reason I've always kind of been an independent and a libertarian party member here. It gives you some flexibility, and not in the primaries, but in the general. I enjoy the general election. So we'll see what the road brings. We'll play it by ear. I think Dee's going to make one of those rocket trips to get it done in Michigan.
No, I'm not gonna. On a bike,
Diddle
you can't do
daddle.
like in a car where you're
Yeah.
just relaxing and just no. It's
Ultimately, I think
I'm
you
gonna have to
need
stop at a
I
camp.
think you need a dependable travel van that you could put a rack on the back and then carry a bike. That would give you the best of both worlds
Yeah.
in a lot of particular areas. Hey,
Hey,
Lindsay, how are you?
Lindsay.
Nice to see you. That would give you a lot of flexibility in traveling because if you go to places like Yuma, and I know you want to go to Los Algodones and maybe get some dental work there. The
Mexico City.
Yeah, that's a bird of a different feather down there. But let's say you just want to, then boondocking in Yuma is great. But if you're, I don't know the deal on BLM land or camping out places like that, but I do like just be able to pull into a Love's or a Walmart with no hassles and just I have my house, I have my rental with me right there and can just get up in the morning, get cleaned up, and get my
Well,
day.
that's what I like about BLM. I just pull
I,
in and not have to worry about it.
yeah, sometimes it's a little ways away
Yeah,
outside the city, D, but like, yeah, in
it's always
Vegas, I
worth it.
got to go 20, I don't know how many miles you have to
And
go
you're just
to.
like, just stay right here. I'm like, no, 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 no.
Just stay behind the
It
ghetto
all
Seven
depends on where I
Eleven.
go. There's like 4 good places you can go around Vegas to boondock in a nice natural place, and they're always
Thank you, Huck.
the closest one's 22 miles outside of downtown. But yeah,
Yeah, uh, for me, it's right smack in the heart of the city, right there.
so I'm like,
Right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And these, I always think, man, you got a long ride to get out there and get back. And the next day, I thought, for me, I would definitely have to have a van. I don't think you're adverse to having a van. It's just, getting the money and getting the things. And I think you're on the right track with YouTube with the way that you're going
Yeah, yeah.
here. I think it's been really great.
The um, the bike would just help me gain more of my money back because of I could do my deliveries again. The LM days it is Bubba Bug. I love it.
Yeah, what do you do? Buy a permit for a year or something?
Only one place do I have to buy a permit, and that's Bulldog. I don't even have to buy it; it's free. Well, now it's $3 because they changed it to a different website now. You used to be able to walk in the ranger station, but it's Bulldog Canyon in Phoenix. And then if you want to spend 100 and some dollars, I think it's 120 or 180, something like that, for a long-term visitors area permit, then you could stay there for months. But that's only in certain BLM lands in Arizona. I think there's only one in California. But other than that, you just drive in.
Now,
Just
how
drive
do
in.
you know which is BLM
I
land?
have 3 different apps that I click
Oh,
on, and
okay.
so I can see which stores allow overnight parking, which ones don't. It tells me how much certain campsites are. I mean, I got all, yeah.
Yeah, Cheryl said the Nevada DMV is still showing preparing to open. I don't see a date. So
Yeah, well, there's still other places that you can go, though, that are BLM land that they still allow you to go. Oh, the DMV? Oh, yeah. I just have to call them, Cheryl.
yeah, we'll just
Hey, Jay Holly.
play it by ear. Hey, Jay Holly, how are you? So BLM land, you don't need a permit. You just
No,
somehow you know this is BLM land, and you just roll onto it,
mm-hmm.
and that's it. Now, the rangers or people come along, or people like that, or
A lot of
national
times it'll
who
be a
who
park
who
ranger.
park rangers. Okay, on
They
that.
have well, they pretty much have the exact same authority as a cop does. They can pull you over, they can give you tickets, they could take you to jail.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's interesting to me. What I just like to be where all the amenities are. You can grab a cup of coffee in the morning and things like that. Get your day going. Last year, I did when I did the uh, Upper Midwest tour and ending up in Arizona, and down there, I did 46 days in the van, no hotel or anything, and that was 100 plus degree heat every single day in Yuma and down in that way. But with a fan, once the sun went down, it was manageable. Even though it only went down to 90 degrees at night, it's still, we had that phenomenon when we would go down to the graveyard church in uh, Vegas. It would be 106 when we would head down the hill to the cemetery, but by the time we got up, it was like 96 degrees, and we felt like it was air conditioning. After
Yeah.
after that,
Yes.
after that, hello, Pocket Change, nice to see you. Hello, Cam. Yeah, it's Memorial Day today here, so one of our great holidays, but also a very important day to remember. As we said when we opened the live stream, we're very aware of the hundreds of thousands of Americans, men and women, who have laid down their lives in the service of this country, the ones that suffered in POW camps and endured torture and deprivation and inhumane conditions and a lot of them died too along the
Yeah.
way. So it's a tragedy. Hey Valerie, how are you doing, sweetie? I'm gonna refresh my coffee. D, better finish your lemon bar, dude.
Oh, it's
But
done.
okay, it's done. I'll be
Yeah.
back in a minute. George boy.
DMV is extending license expiration dates through July 31st, 2020. You will not receive a new card or extension. Yeah. Problem is I have a new purchase, so I need to transfer titles. I need to get a license plate. I could transfer the license plate from my Helix, but then again, I still gotta get up to Michigan to do that. So, and who knows? I don't even know if the Michigan's Secretary of State is open or not. So, it's man, I need a haircut. This hair is bugging my ears, tickling my ears. I hear stop and check. People let in their town. What? I don't know. I've been traveling all over since the pandemic started and never had a problem. Yeah, I'm like in Santa Rosa. Woo! Pocket change, $10. Get that cold growler.
Thank you, Pocket Change. Appreciate it. See if that'll bing and bang and boing.
I don't know. We'll see. It hasn't popped
We'll
up
see.
yet.
Thank you, Pocket Change. Things been a little temperamental.
Yeah. But, oh, there it is.
Get that cold growler.
Thank you, Pocket Change. It was over a month. I always stay a month to 2 months, sometimes 3 months, all depends. You know, couldn't stand it. You know, you got a governor that's going to tell you you can't, you can go on lakes, but you can't use a boat. Like that has, or a motorized boat. It has to be a fishing boat or a kayak. Well, I'm sorry, but a motor on a boat has nothing to do with COVID. That's just overusing your power, and it was just dumb. I couldn't take it no more. Somebody doing
Thank
that.
you again, Pocket Change. I appreciate that. I finally learned what the heck a growler is. Let's see. So we're kind of playing it by ear right now, but want to get some more captures. But today is going to be a big editing day today.
Yes,
Editing
I got
and color
5
grading.
days of editing.
We got huge content for you guys. A nice travel log, I think, of San Francisco. And I'm going to be very eager to see the way that D covers San Francisco. And then you guys will be able to see the ways that we cover them differently, which I think is fascinating. Bobby Mack. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing good. Huh?
Where's Santa Rosa Rashid back?
Yeah, where you at? Santa Rosa Rashid Mack on there. So there'll be good content coming up. And I plan on back to the rancho occasionally, but traveling, then back to the rancho occasionally to recharge and then to be on the road again. I don't want to say I'm selfish, but I've waited 46 years for this time, and then all of a sudden, bam, the COVID-19 hit just when I'm ready to hit the road. It's like in a big way. Seattle Judy said, our governor is quite the dictator. Huh?
So is the Michigan governor.
We'll see how reopening. It seems like they're accelerating. I mean, I'm pretty doggone upbeat. You know, I'm feeling pretty happy. It's going to take a long time, but I think people will. We've already seen people not having masks on, D and other things, and it's kind of like.
Okay, so here's the real crazy thing. You will go to a park where there's just packed full of people, but they're in their social distancing circle. Some are not, but most are. Nobody wearing a mask. They're looking at you like you got the plague if you're wearing a mask. You walk into Chinatown.
They're all like moving away from.
Yeah, you go to Chinatown and you don't have a mask. They're moving the hell away, crossing the street, walking down. Like everybody's got a mask there.
Well, I want to say Cantonese-derived people aren't the friendliest people in the world either, and they dominate Chinatown there. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so this morning. We're having a great chat here. Now let's get to the really ugly part of yesterday on the Embarcadero there with the beer incident.
Oh, jeez.
D knows this set me off big time. You know?
Oh, I know. I was apologizing.
This triggered me because you guys know that Rosie's a little, okay, what would you say, D? Thrifty. I mean, yeah. You know, like money doesn't just fly out of my hand. It's a slow motion endeavor. But tell them what happened.
Well,
Yes.
Rosie was out doing her thing, shooting and everything else, and I was doing mine. Next thing you know, I seen a bar open. I'm like, man, a bar's open.
It was actually the Hog Island Oyster
Yeah,
Company.
the Hog
Had
Island.
their, which I've been to here in Marshall, California, but they have a set up at the Embarcadero too in San Francisco. So just to get people the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I seen a bar open. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm going to go get a beer. Go there and ask me, you guys selling beer? Or no, first I said, you guys have a Long Island. And he was like, yeah, we can't do that right now because of, San Francisco laws. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, can you sell beer? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. What do you have? And he's naming off some weird names. And I'm like, oh, do you have anything normal?
Old
And
crotch rot ale, and
yeah.
Smothers Brothers ale, and yeah. And he said, "You got anything
You
normal?"
got anything normal here? And he's like, well, what, like a Bud? And I'm like, no, like a Corona, Heineken, something really good. And he's like, oh, I got something that tastes just like Corona. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take that. He's like, we can't just sell you alcohol, man. You have to buy something. You have to buy food. Because that's also San Francisco law. And I'm like, right now, I'm like, oh, well, dang, I don't want to spend $25 just to get a beer. And he's like, well, I can sell you one single oyster for $2. I'm like, I don't need oysters, but I know Rosie does, so I'll get her an oyster, no problem.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and ordered the $8 beer, got the $2 oyster. They bring us the oyster, and it's unchucked.
It's in a bag. It's in a plastic bag. Here's your oysters. Number one, the thing is teeny tiny oyster, and I am. They can't. Oh, we can't shuck it. It's against the law
right now.
Well, what am I going to do? The guy's like, just smash it on
smash it on the sidewalk.
Like, yeah, there's a statue out there. You can just smash it on the side of the statue. Of course, there's a statue of Gandhi out there. You're like, I'm going to go up and smash an oyster on the Gandhi, the Gandhi statue. And I'm like, I can't even. Oh, I was so darn mad. Not for me, but for Dee, that he had to spend the $2 for a little oyster. And you ended up.
I was like, it's no big deal. I got a beer.
You ended up shit canning the beer anyway. It was terrible.
It was horrible. It didn't taste nothing like. I don't like that microbrewery type beers, craft beers. I don't like that. I like a good real beer.
I only like the dark beer or the micro. As you guys know, I'm a real fan of the dark beer. I will, if I'm having a micro brew, I want it to be a dark, really dark beer. But otherwise, I'm a fan of commercial brewing. I got to be honest. I don't care whether it's a Miller, a Budweiser, Coors Light, a Michelob Ultra, anything. I'm just, that's the beer I want to have. No, there were no real street vendors out in the Embarcadero. So I ended up taking the plastic bag with the oyster and just putting it in a trash can. What a waste.
She was mad. She was like, this makes me mad.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going back.
This close to go chew them out. I'm like, Rosie, I'm the one that paid for it. It's not a big deal. Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't like to see people waste money for the sake of some rule or regulation. So the more I thought, and he could see me walking around, I'm starting to stomp now.
Well, that made me start to get upset because now I'm thinking, man, I could have just bought these little dinky little baby bottles of 7 ounces for the same price I just paid for this one glass.
And you know me, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of steaming, and I'm just thinking to myself, what do they do inside of the place? I mean, they don't have sit down service, but you take them with you. Judy says, I retire after 52 years. Awesome, fun time. Yeah, I look forward to this time in my life. I hit all of my obligations, everything that I should do in life. Good clear conscience, good clear mind, and head out there, and the open road beckons. And then it was pretty good last summer, but I was really looking forward to, obviously I upgraded traveling partners here, and seeing things with Dee. Touring, if you're optimistic, is different than touring if you're a sour person. If you are a sour person and you're a collaborator or a co-traveler on YouTube, if you have traveling with a sour person, it brings down me, it brings down the whole experience, it brings down the videography. You can't take your time and do, like, for example, yesterday, Dee and I were at the Golden Gate Bridge, our first real stop. I had finished videoing. We were walking back about a quarter of a mile back to the car. All of a sudden we spot a container ship coming towards the Golden Gate Bridge. And I said, Dee, I hate to say it, man, I need to go back and get this video of this Hapag Lloyd container ship. It'd be a beautiful part of the feature here to see this container ship coming underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. If it had been with the man who shall not be named, it would have been a pissy fit to walk back. So you know what? These like, yeah, I'll capture some of that. Some of that. That's the difference between traveling with optimism and enthusiasm and traveling with a very very negative mindset. But you need to collaborate and travel with somebody that has co-interest with you. You cannot uh, travel effectively when somebody else's interests are,
Or
nightlife, brothels, and
that's what I was
it
gonna
doesn't
say.
jive. It just
If you
doesn't.
have just one agenda, no
Yeah,
matter where you go, it's the same agenda. Then
everything
it's
is
not
the
fun.
overriding agenda, and it makes it miserable.
But I took the opportunity to take selfies for my Instagram.
Now, if you think down in Mexicali, when I was left for my own on the streets for 45 minutes, fending for myself in a very spooky town, Mexicali. If you think the D would have left me for on those streets for a minute, you got another thing coming. So I mean, that's the difference between somebody that has your back and somebody that's self-centered. So that's why I'm very appreciative of the thoughtfulness of stuff. So hey, Carla, how are you? Yeah, DZ says, yeah, I know about getting that shot. There's just something that it's how it's going to come together.
Mm-hmm.
You're shooting in 4K, and you want to get that ship coming underneath of the Golden Gate Bridge, and you think
Yeah.
that'll be a nice centerpiece for the whole thing. And then there's
DZ does
other,
some amazing
yeah,
photography.
DZ's he's killer with a camera. Okay, if you guys don't know DZ, hit up his channel there, hit up his Instagram. Okay. And then there's some shots you think are going to be great, and then you get the camera up, and you're like, oh.
That happened a lot yesterday. I'm just like, ooh, ooh. Oh no, delete.
Yeah, there's so many things that you make Battlefield. You're like, oh man, this is going to be great. Like, I've never been able to really video the beautiful street lights in Chinatown. They just never set up quite proper. I try. I'm like, nah, delete, and it takes work. Yeah, it's good to look out for each other. That's what I'm saying. It's it's a wonderful thing. Life is all bumps in the road, and we can all be better people. But it's what? How are you now? I mean, that's the key to me, and I could not have somebody better to share the travel experiences. And I like to think a little of me is rubbed off on D2 in terms of focus and what you're on YouTube to accomplish. Directions that you want to go. Not that he'll tell you, I never tell anybody how to run a
No,
town.
you always say, do what you want to do, but
Yep.
this is what I would do different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So,
sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't, because I am my own individual, I
yeah.
guess.
Well, that's what I mean.
But
You
I get good advice.
Yeah, I don't want to ever tell anybody what to do on YouTube, because people find there it's like water will seek its own level. They'll find the things that they want to do.
But then again, I also suggest some things to you too. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, check, look at that, or
Yeah, I'm very, 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 very appreciative of that. So I'm looking for, we got DZ. It was great. Hey, Mental with the rental. It was great to meet DZ. Now I'm looking forward to hanging out and doing a shoot with him, or going to get a particular subject matter
yeah.
in Vegas and see how we handle it and how we treat it and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Raccoon in my great state of Louisiana. That is a great state. It's probably to me one of the top 5 most interesting states in America.
I really want to meet
Louisiana.
Phil Robinson when I go there next.
There we go.
Duck Dynasty.
The Tenderloin has been deconstructed. When I was there 6 weeks ago, Judy and I did the live stream riding around the Tenderloin. The number of tents were taking up sidewalks. I would say the Tenderloin has been 3/4 depopulated from the street. I'll probably make that a separate pop-out video. I'm not sure that's content that tourists are going to want to see, although some of the old hotels are really beautiful. in the right sunlight. Some of the flop houses are really beautiful. They're the old with the fire escapes and things on them. They're pretty cool.
I don't take medication. I just, if it's not natural, I won't take it. I just suffer through the pain. But it's really not that bad. It's just arthritis.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, I mean, we were both we were dogged out. I mean, there was no doubt about it. And then you have to fight that low sun coming back up the road, and it's like a punch in the head when you're when you're all done in the day. Tenderloin and a loaded baked potato. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I will probably, if you're not subscribed to the Rosie Murphy channel, make sure to sub up to the Rosie Murphy channel. I will probably put the tenderloin drive around on as a separate video over on the Rosie Murphy channel. It was about say maybe a 10-minute drive around there, and there was still a significant number of tents.
Oh,
The
yeah.
streets were lit. You know,
They were.
the streets are always lit. Always,
I even
always
asked you,
lit.
how do these people stay in business with all this going on? Who wants to go into a business and have to fight homelessness and
Yeah.
get into there? A lot of them with serious issues, like mental health issues. You could really tell.
Yeah, I mean, literally, hey Sean, how are you? Hey Roll, welcome to the channel. Literally, you half expect when you go through the tenderloin
Sean.
that somebody could literally jump on the hood of your car and just start doing a tap dance. One of these people that's zombified out of their mind, and like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do, right? I mean, the guy's denting the hell out of your hood. You know, it's weird. Hey, Icy, how are you? Good to see you. You know, it's a place I'm. After having gone down with Mr. Z, I'm a hell of a lot more cautious about. I was too cavalier the first time I went through with Mr. Z. Oh, we'll just go through on foot, you know. Man, the confrontations and
I'm telling you what, he's got cojones.
well, I don't think
would not do
I don't
that.
know if he.
I even told you that. I was like, dude, I'm not getting out.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew, like I did, what we were. You know, the hot water that we were stepping into
Right.
down there. So, yeah, so definitely a good time. So I know the rest of my day is going to be consumed with editing. It may take more than a day to, because I need to color grade my shots. I need to do a lot of things. I need to desaturate them, and you know, out of the camera is just not really cinematic. The colors are just way too vibrant. They're too over the top. You know, I like things to look like you're actually watching a movie. And when you watch a regular movie, colors are always desaturated, and they just it becomes tough on the eye to just have. And you know, Samsung likes to put "pow" in your face colors and everything, and they're not really true to life. Icy said, "Today raining here. We need rain." I think our rainy season's done, so that, which is okay with me. Any thoughts, D? Any other thoughts about the travels yesterday? What would you say was the worst part of you know what's the downside of doing very compressed travel log type of things? Is there a downside to that?
No, we brought food. We have water, so I mean, no.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
the only thing I would do different is buy some sunscreen. My forehead is sunburned. It
Yeah,
hurts.
we both got a little bit
Sort
of
of my arms, you know. It's like,
both got a little bit of sun down here. It's very intense. People think San Francisco is a foggy city. Yeah, the fog will roll in at night, but it also has a hell of a lot of sunshine and very intense sunlight too. It's
North
just
Dakota. Never been there.
North Dakota. All right.
Never been in North Dakota. South
Bismarck,
Dakota,
Fargo, all up in the great state of North Dakota. Sugar beet country. I was thinking the other day, Dee, wouldn't it be fun if we went up and worked a sugar beet harvest in
I have
$1,500 for 2 weeks of 2 weeks of work there.
I used to drive tractor trailers in my 20s, and I drove one season, not even a full season. I just like, I can't do this. It sucks.
Yeah. Thank you, Cinnamon Hot. I appreciate that. I try to take a lot of time now to think about what's the story I'm trying to tell, and of course, a travel log is pretty easy to tell that story, but not to tell it in a canned way of just every shot's the same angle and you just drive, but to try to vary try to catch the flavor of a place like Chinatown. It's not as easy as you think, just pointing the camera down the street, because a lot of things that aren't touristy are more interesting. The laundry that people hang up on their uh, out their windows
Yeah.
and things to dry, and the blown out alleyways and old buildings. It adds a real dimension of interest to things on there, which I think is very important. Going to be driving to Florida. Okay, Sean, until Sean gets a dose of that humidity down there in
Yeah, this
Florida,
is
man.
not the time for Florida.
He'll be hightailing it back to NorCal, baby. That's it.
If I hit Florida, it's gonna be
Hi,
winter time.
Maybella. If I go to Florida, it's going to be October, and
Yeah, the
November.
fall.
You know, in the fall to take a rental before all the snowbirds roll in and things
Right at the
like
heart
that.
of hurricane
Hi,
season.
Miss Padwina. One of the worst burns I ever got was an overcast day in San Francisco. Yeah, I told. We left here. It was 82 degrees. I said, "D, you got to take a jacket with you, man." We hit the Golden. When we go up on that Golden Gate, I've seen people almost turn into a block of ice, and you were like, "I'm glad I got my glad I
Sweatshirt.
got my sweatshirt on
But
up
then
there."
all of a sudden, like, it just got really warm and I had to take it
You know
off.
why? Because we got off of the Golden Gate where the water flows in and the marine influence comes in, and we got into the city part,
Mm,
and we were a lot of breaks with buildings and things, and
yeah.
it's a lot warmer there. Thank you very much, Christina. I'm not saying I'm not doing live streams, but Dee and I agreed the next thing we want to do that involves San Francisco is to get a good day's sleep and then head out about 7 o'clock and then capture night videos in
Yes.
San
Yes.
Francisco. You know, using the ambient light, the light that's there, and try to show San Francisco at night, and show that, I think would be pretty cool. Yeah, have a safe trip there, Sean. All right, it's been we've just hit over the hour mark. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so today. I really appreciate it, guys. The channel direction has been going good, and it's certainly showing in the thumbs up and thumbs down. I want to thank D again. I did not get a chance to sit with him post effort that he gave Saturday night in Rancho Kitchen Stadium.
Oh, that's
The
okay.
food was delicious. It was not the easiest thing to hand somebody, say, "Hey, man, do a skillet chicken parm." But I'll tell you, the proof of the pudding is always in the eating, and that was really, really delicious.
That's what I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
be
Golden
eating today.
State. Yep, going to be eating today. So with that, I'm going to wish you guys a happy Memorial Day. Take a moment and reflect on the cost of liberty. The price of liberty is often, what did they say? The tree of liberty is often watered with bloodshed, and that's very true. That
Yeah.
freedom ain't free, and I'm very aware on a day like today the significance of Memorial Day and what it means as an American. So, thank you all for being here. A special thank you to my moderators as usual. And see you guys around. I may go live tonight if I get sick and tired of editing. I know Dee's probably going to run a stream today,
Yeah.
so we'll.
Yeah. I
So,
need to spend. I took 2 days off, so I
yep.
need to get in there. That's what they said in the survey they wanted to see. So
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, make it a safe one too. Don't forget to wash your.
wash your MF hands.
All right, guys. Thanks.